Well, hey everybody, welcome to Christmas Summit Podcast. I'm trying something new tonight, a series where I talk about my favorite media creators, YouTube, podcasts, authors. If you love Christmas as much as I do, then it's always good to hear why others create Christmas content all year long. Concept is making spirits bright. To do that, we're going to drink our favorite alcoholic beverages from a Christmas mug and have a discussion that hopefully will be fueled by the spirit. Tonight, we're going to meet the Christmas Cousins Podcast, a show that I may have been on more times than the hosts. There we go. Welcome, guys.
Oh yeah, here we are. Look at us.
So just
Hello.
just logged in a second as the show started. So welcome everybody. Let me introduce you guys. I have a great introduction that was written by ChatGPT about you guys. I gave them.
Okay.
I wrote some things on ChatGPT and said, "Here's some things about the Christmas Cousins podcast." I'm too lazy to write an introduction, so could you write me one? And it actually did a very good job. So here we go. The Christmas Cousin Podcast, where festive cheer meets insightful conversation. Join me as we have a discussion with the most extraordinary festive podcast ever created, hosted by the incredible trillionaire playboy, Cousin Seth. Known for his boundless generosity and exceptional wealth, Seth brings a unique perspective and insight as he learns about the Christmas holiday, discussing everything from holiday traditions to his dating life with the elusive Mrs. X to his global philanthropy. The Christmas Cousin Podcast will inspire and entertain you, driving you the magic of Christmas like never before. And joining the podcast is also Seth's cousin, Chad. So welcome, guys.
Yes, that's a perfect intro. I love that. That sounds like it was Chad GPT was written so beautifully. That's good.
Right.
I like that. Wow. Seth, how did you appear out of thin air? Just to pull the curtain back, Joe, before the show started, that was a green box and Seth is nowhere. We go live, he's just materialized.
He jumped in.
I was here. I was sitting here prepared. Everything is here, good to go. Having a little bit of issue with my my headphones, but I'll get it sorted out.
Ever since you got those fancy new headphones, there's been an issue. Joe, can I say one thing? Right before
Sure.
you go, the microphone is live. It's going to be a hot mic. And then I hear a gonk. Was that a gonk out there? It was, did you hear that during it? Yeah, so
That was a
I thought
gonk.
you were going to get very upset over that gonk, but you didn't. I blame Seth.
So before we have a discussion, because I have some things to talk to you guys about, ask some questions, get your insight, entertain everybody. We have our first comment. Carly, love that.
Oh,
Hi everyone.
Carly.
hey, hello,
Carly.
Hey,
Kylie.
cousin Carly.
So great. So we have some people
Cheers.
actually watching.
Yeah.
So I asked you guys to bring a Christmas mug and fill it up with some spirits. I hope we did that. Well, I figured we could just talk about what we're drinking because this will help make the discussion even better. So I am
Absolutely.
bringing my Peanuts Christmas mug.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, it doesn't have Spike on it, but it says Merry Christmas on it. And I thought I would drink some peach whiskey from Wiggle, which is a distillery here in Pittsburgh. So I'm
Okay.
going to pour a
Wow.
little bit into here, and I'd like to see wondering what you guys are bringing.
Joe, did you have that laying around the house or did you get it specifically for this show?
No, I had it laying around the house.
Okay, gotcha. All right, well, Seth, you have a lot. You have an entire walk-in. He's got the craziest wine cellar I've ever seen. It rotates. He has a live-in sommelier, a whole thing.
Mhm.
Seth, I can't imagine what you brought tonight. Is it a Chateau Margaux 1982? What did you bring?
Oh, I think it falls off considerably from that. I am actually going with an old pale. It's a white ale from it's part of my new membership to the beer club.
Oh,
So
this guy.
I know, right? Always up
Beer
with
club.
shame. Yes.
His new sponsor. They're paying him for that. He plugs it so much. It's crazy. Can I invite Joe? Cousin Carly's watching. She should get her boot shot out and do a shot with us and make spirits bright as well. Anyone who's watching should do that. I think that's
We
fun.
can. Well, what are you drinking, Chad?
So as you know, I'm moving. So everything is packed up, including most of my Christmas mugs or all my Christmas mugs. I have kind of a Christmas adjacent mug and any liquor I had around. So I had to go to the store and I couldn't buy a whole bottle because I'm not about to schlep that to a new location. So I got I figured this will get me through. And I just came back from Bermuda, so I was in the mood. So I got three
Nice.
bottles, a
So
little
nice.
Very
airplane. Does that
nice.
count? I don't know. Okay, it counts
It's
then.
liquor.
I
So
would think
Good.
so. Yeah.
so I want you guys to
Okay.
fill your mugs. We're gonna have some good discussions. I've put together a series of categories that I'm going to have you guys
Ooh,
choose from. Now I haven't told you guys anything. Oh, and we
right.
have a comment.
But
We have a oh,
it does
sounds
show my
so
mug.
good. So Carly,
Nice.
we hope you're drinking.
Mhm.
Drink
Little
with us.
penguin.
Everybody, take a
Yes.
little bit.
And we will be having Carly back on to try some more eggnog too later this fall or so. So we're excited for that. Some real eggnog, not the vegan type as well. So it's going to be interesting. So I'm drinking Bacardi Gold first. So what is this? Like this little airplane bottle? Is that like a shot, I guess?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, are you
That'll
going to
work.
drink all three tonight?
Yes. That's
Awesome.
more than I
Oh,
have more shots than I've had in quite a while. So we'll see what happens. Let's do it.
Because
Why not?
after I
have
finish
any
this
big plans
whiskey,
for tomorrow?
I have
Not
other
anymore.
whiskeys that are sitting here that I can switch to. So if after I finish this, I'll change it up and do a different one. So, okay,
Okay. Seth, are
all
you bringing
right.
any of those beer club beers out when you visit? And like Seth is coming in like a little over a week. Are you coming? You bringing those
Uh,
beer clubs out Saturday? A week from Saturday.
yeah, I guess yeah, I could. When I pick them up, they're warm. So yeah,
Oh, well, okay.
it's
Perfect.
yeah, we could try a few. I think I can't remember. They have a certain series out right now. American
And can you confirm, Joe?
Revolution or
I know
something
it's
like
a show. We're not taking over, but I do have one question for Seth. That can, will you commit to an IG live while you're here? We're not here long, but we'll squeeze one in. We've got it together.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Before
Yeah.
the jet takes off, of course.
Yeah.
How could I not?
I from the new house. It's going to be excited. 24 bedroom, 2.5 bath house that cousin Seth bought me. I'd like an extra bathroom, but whatever.
Helipad on the roof. Right.
Yeah.
It's got a helipad, so I mean, it's got that. All right, and Carly
Yeah.
says eggnog, bring it on. So she's all ready
Bring
for
it
it.
on.
So
That's right.
okay, so I'm going to go to the next screen, and we're going to see the categories, and I'm going to let each of you, take a turn to choose a category. It's going to take you to some. We're going to take some questions, and then whoever chooses that category has to answer the question.
Oh, nice. Okay. It's like Jeopardy. Seth is our cult leader. He should go first.
Yes, of
So,
course. Thank you.
okay.
Wow, look at this.
Are
So
you,
our question.
by the way, are you guys having any issues if I don't have earphones in? I didn't get any feedback or
Not
anything
seems
like
okay.
that.
Seems okay for now. So
Okay. All right.
so here we're gonna let Seth choose first.
Again, a little different. It's fading off a bit.
Good luck, Joe. It's going to be a long night. Yeah, Shay, at least you're not being the Floyd brothers the whole time, Shay.
So
Yes.
all these people who don't ever listen to you or watch this as we're talking about it, we're gonna be just like they don't understand what the hell's going on. But anyways, we're
Right.
drinking, so just chalk it up to that.
Yeah.
Origin. So we have question categories: the origin, the C
Oh,
word,
the
Taylor
C
Haynes,
word.
festive favorites, potent potables, Christmas aficionados, spike tattoo, holiday reflections, and traction. So,
I'll get traction.
Seth, choose a category, and then you have to answer. You have to answer the question. Then we'll have more discussions about it as on there first.
Oh,
All
I
right.
love this. This is great, Joe. Nice
Um,
work.
yeah, let's kick this off with festive favorites.
Festive favorites. Trader Joe's food halls were a reoccurring topic, yet no sponsorship, guys. Come on. So, what festive foods was your favorite, and what would you recommend somebody try out of all the things that you guys did on your show? You did a bunch of Trader Joe food halls. You tried a
Mhm.
number of different foods. So, Seth, what was your favorite?
Oh man. Um, oh my God, there's so many. I mean,
There were. There were a
sweets.
lot of good ones.
Go with sweets or like a baked good. What are cookies?
I know your least favorite, Seth.
Yeah, but not from Trader Joe's though. Oh no, I take
Well,
that back. Yes, one of my least favorites was from Trader Joe's. That overnight oats. That disgusting
Yeah,
thing.
pumpkin spice overnight oats. It almost killed Seth. He almost quit the show. I had to fly out there and visit and talk him back on the next day. Well, Seth,
That
while
was
you're
rough.
thinking, I know I have answers, Joe. If you'd like me
Okay,
to
Okay.
go.
sure.
Okay. So here we go. Favorite food I tried, which was a shock. I don't know if I've ever had bread pudding before, but I had the Trader Joe's salted caramel bread pudding, which isn't necessarily a specific holiday treat, but it came out around, I guess, the holidays or winter. I normally try to eat pretty healthy, so that was like a real treat for me. And that was unbelievably delicious. Salted caramel bread pudding. Seth, you had that one too.
Yes, I
Christmas
love that.
food. You did love it, right? We kind of had it
Oh
together
yeah,
virtually. It was
Yeah.
very sweet.
we did.
And then Christmas food I want to try. I want to find, if anybody knows, share or help, I want to find a really good fruit cake. I hear there's good ones out there. And I've only had the bad ones, but I hear there's really good, like artisanal ones coming out. It's like a new trend. If you know, that's what I want to try.
What is obviously fruit? There's fruit. What kind of fruit? And it's like in a gelatinous kind of mold at the top of like a sponge cake or something. That anywhere
It's
near
it's
what it
it's
is?
it's kind of like a cake, but it's
Okay.
got like jellied fruits in it and nuts. It's disgusting.
Jellied fruits
It
and
really is.
Okay.
But aren't
I've
there
never.
good ones? I heard there are good ones out now that some companies are like making them artisanally, like from scratch. I don't know.
I haven't had one in a while, but the ones I have had over the years, they have been
Always
so
gross.
disgusting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but, so
Maybe not then. We'll see.
Carly says that was delicious and agree. So I think she's probably talking about the bread pudding, but maybe it's
Yeah.
different.
Yes.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
um,
Carly, if you know of a good bread fruit cake, let us know. But I think you did try that the salted caramel bread pudding also. That the fun thing is after we do those Trader Joe's ones, we do hear from a number of people. They're like, "Oh, I went out and tried this," or "You encouraged me to go out and do it," and they either like it or they're like, "Oh, it was gross." Like even if it's gross, they might want to try it and be like, "Well, why was it so gross?" So
Right.
anyway,
cool.
People have
yeah.
different tastes.
Yep. So,
Seth, do you have an
what?
answer?
Yeah. Do you have an
Do I have an
answer?
answer? What I want to try, or what my favorite? I don't know. It might be that bread pudding. That was incredible, and I'm a huge fan of bread
Incredible.
pudding.
I think
Um,
a good thing that you guys should try this year are all the different types of Christmas cookies you can find. Because Christmas
Oh, I
cookies
like that.
are a big staple in Christmas. I mean,
oh
people
yeah.
make them. My wife makes a variety of different ones, and we share it with our neighbors and our friends. And so when we, do cookie parties and stuff, or we have just a giant amount of cookies, and then my mom makes a bunch of stuff, and so yeah, I think Christmas cookies is something that we
I
really have
like
to get
that.
Seth into. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
good call. We totally missed out on that, Seth.
Hmm.
I love Christmas cookies. Like we've known people throughout the years, but the only ones I'll stay away from anything like white chocolate, which
Hmm.
generally they
Really?
use like a yeah. I know, big reveal today.
Do you not like white chocolate at all? Our grandfather always
Oh,
had white chocolate in the fridge. It was like
I know.
delicious.
When you told me that white chocolate and almonds, it's just
Oh
the
yeah, yeah. You don't like almonds either, though.
no. I love almonds. I eat them
Oh,
regularly with raisins. So,
oh really?
uh,
Look at
I've
this
said
guy.
too much.
Live in La Vida Loca, Seth.
All right. So
I
that
don't
was
want
the
to shoot
first
myself
one.
in the foot with a big reveal in my cookbook.
So
That's
chat,
right.
you get to choose the next category.
I've got to go with the C word. I don't even know. I guess I don't know what it is. We'll see.
The
Okay.
C word is
See you at
Christmas.
Christmas.
Get your mind out of the gutter,
Okay.
Chad. All right. So
I was thinking you meant commitment. Commitment.
well, the show's called The Christmas Cousins. However, so many episodes deal with other holidays, seasonal offerings, and of course, Seth's dating life. Was the show meant to be the only Christmas originally, or did you change direction to include more content?
Excellent question, actually. And
Yeah.
that's what it's funny, Seth. That's what the Rolling Stones reporter asked us the other day too, during the piece they're doing on us. I hope I didn't give away too much because that's not out yet. Um, that'll be out, I forget, a couple months. But
Yeah,
anyway,
that's a
so yeah,
lengthy interview, so they got a lot. So that part might get cut. Unless they're going to have
yeah,
three,
he was
4 hours.
embedded with you. Seth. Yeah,
What's that?
he was embedded with you. He was embedded with you for a while. That reporter, right? Not in
He
bed, but
was?
embedded, living with you.
Oh, yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. Okay, yeah, that one.
Yes. So, okay, so
Yeah.
that's a great question. It did start, the genesis of it was because Seth wasn't doing all these things and they were so much fun. I wanted to bring him along and I knew he was an interesting guy. So I was like, let's do it and see what happens. But as the show came on and we started getting more and more of a following, as you know, 23 million daily listeners is our specific number to the million. I mean,
Growing.
it's crazy, not even like oh 01. And people start getting into more about Seth's story and really kind of understanding. So it just naturally became our own relationship on air, talking about things. And the more the people responded, the more we did it. And the more we got to reveal about Seth and his finances and everything else, it became another part. So it was just an organic growth of the show, which was nice because if it was just solely Christmas, I love that aspect of it. And that's still the main part of it, the crux of it. But the way that it's been able to splinter off, especially in the off season, I think it's been a really fun, natural, organic offshoot of it. Thank you, Seth.
Yeah, to tag
It's
to
good.
that. It has.
That's-
No, it has been great. I mean, it's like we're having these conversations, we're talking, these things are going on in our lives. Yeah, I've opened the lid up a little more on mine.
yes,
Yeah, let
So
yes.
out
We
a
only really
little,
talk
not
about
too
Seth on
much.
the show.
so
Yeah,
What's
I
that?
want
I
to.
don't. We don't really talk about me on the show, which is good. I'm just really the host. Seth is the star. Let's do a shot, everybody.
Well, I'm gonna open up add some more whiskey because I just drank everything out of this one. This one now
Oh,
is
wow.
whiskey I just recently bought. It's from a local place in Pennsylvania, Heist Spirits, and
Mhm.
this is their rye whiskey, which rye whiskey is pretty much the best. So
Wow.
just try this.
So you guys are going to curse me till the next time I do something, and you can get on me about that. I'm going to run and grab a bottle of something. Everyone's doing shots. I kind of feel out of the loop, so I guess I should
In
do it.
mugs, Seth. Yeah. Don't you have
And
a
I
Christmas mug out
think I
too?
have a festive vessel to drink it out of. So
Okay,
There you
I'll
go.
be right
Okay.
back.
In fairness,
we're
Joe, he
waiting.
only knew about this since last week. So
I
let's be
know.
fair. We'll wait. Yeah, no problem.
I'm still
Right.
waiting for that picture, by the way.
I was having some elevator issues before in the house.
Which picture is he supposed to send you?
Remember, we were supposed to get a picture of him holding the
Oh,
mug, and then I never got that. So I had to
Oh,
just
how
use.
did you get one?
I
From
didn't.
our Instagram then?
I didn't know. I just grabbed. Well, I just grabbed the picture from your Instagram, but it's not with a
Oh,
mug.
right. Okay.
So we only
Because
had
I
that to
saw
go.
the picture. I was like, oh, Seth remembered to send it over. That was good, but it
Nope.
didn't happen. Okay.
No.
You'll
Nope.
probably get it tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, that'll be good.
Yeah. This is what's the fun of the show, though. You don't know what happens. Sometimes Seth leaves in the middle of the show when I'm alone with him. It's great. I love
I'm,
it.
I'm sure this is thrilling to everybody as we wait for Seth to get what he needs to get.
Well, you have to embrace it. We don't always see the inner workings of the 1% of the 1%. And the way he just will leave and will
Hmm.
expect us all to wait for him, like as if we are part of his staff, is fabulous. He looks at the whole world this way. It's
Yeah.
really
I
fantastic.
do.
Yeah.
My guard comes down occasionally. Like, all
Yeah.
right, he's
Joe,
not that
he'll
awful.
be here in a week and a half. He'll be at my house, and I cannot stand when he rings the bell and calls me and texts a room service order. I love when he visits, but that's a little bit too much, Beth. Do not ring your bell this time, please.
All right.
Well, he did buy you
I'll
a
just
house, so I mean, at least you could do
That's
is
true.
like give him some food.
Right. I'm expecting at least breakfast provided and
Fair.
you know,
Okay, fair.
things
And a
like
helipad for
that.
himself. Yeah. No
So
one
what do
else
you
has a
got?
helipad. It's just
What do you got there,
okay.
Seth?
So I have some IW Harper. So it is bourbon, Kentucky bourbon. It's
Oh,
finished in, was it Cabernet Sauvignon casks?
oh,
Ooh,
really?
Yes.
Okay.
nice.
Was that from your
Very
trip,
good.
Seth? Kentucky?
It was, yes. It was. Yes, it is. We haven't dug into this one much at all. So,
Oh, are you
yeah.
going to bring that out with you as well when you come visit?
Do you want me to?
I don't know. Why
I'm
not?
going to be hauling a lot
Just
over
pack
across state lines.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think we'll be all
And a
right.
little bourbon.
Yeah.
Kidding.
What's the proof on
So
that?
try it, Seth. Give it a try.
Oh, yeah. Oh, did you guys do yours already? All right.
Oh, yep. Let's all do it again. Everyone watching, go ahead, take a shot.
Mhm. Salud.
Ooh.
Ah. Straight rum. It's delicious.
All
Bacardi
right.
Gold, everybody. Smooth.
Nice.
Oh
So,
yeah,
Seth, it
you
is
got the
your turn.
sampler.
Nice.
It's your turn to
Um,
choose.
one in the I don't have my glasses on. Christmas aficionados.
Christmas
Ooh.
aficionados. All right. So, you've met several Christmas aficionados, including myself, in your journey.
Yes.
What are some of your favorite Christmas movies, TV shows, and music you were introduced to?
Oh, introduced to. Well, Seth, you were introduced to a ton.
Yeah. Hmm.
I was a whole slew of Hallmark ones. But yeah, I'd have to say, and I know I kind of sound like a broken record, go back to it, but the ones that Alonzo recommended, the five, those will be, I
For
watch
those who
those
don't
every
know
year
my
now.
first name, yeah.
What's that?
Well, not everybody knows who Alonzo is. I'm just trying to
Everybody
explain.
knows. Everybody
Everybody knows who
knows.
Alonzo Duralde
Right,
is. Yeah.
right.
Alonzo Duralde, Linoleum Cast, writer.
Gotcha. Okay. And he
Ma-
recommended you
many.
5 classic Christmas movies, correct?
Yes. So the older one, Miracle on 34th Street, What a Wonderful Life, the store, the shop next door, down the street. Yeah, I have them written down. I have them written down, or I have someone that will come to me and remind me of them when I clap my hands, just like this.
So,
So,
Well, Joe, I have an interesting one because you just recommended me one. I just started watching it like this morning with breakfast, and I watched a little more
okay.
with lunch. It's the one that just aired last Saturday with Rachel Lee Cook. That was, I guess, last year on Hallmark Movies Now, Rescuing
Mhm.
Christmas. So
Yes.
I messaged Joe and I was like, should I watch this movie? I don't know. These elf ears are throwing me off. I don't know that I'm interested. He's like, watch it. It's good. Now I'm like halfway through. I'm way into it. I like this movie a lot. I don't know if you guys saw it or Carly, if you're still watching, if you saw it, but I think it's really good. Joe, you did see it, obviously. You liked it. It's a
Yep.
good
No,
one.
it was in my ranking. I think I either ranked it 5 or 6. I can't quite remember
Wow.
where I did, but I did actually rewatch it this past weekend when it was on, and I think I ranked it too low. I should have probably put it up either as 1 or 2. I think,
Wow.
yeah, I just really do like it. Wait, I mean, if you're only halfway through it, I won't spoil it for you, but there's an ending that is possibly like one of the best scenes that Hallmark's ever done.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm getting
I'll
there.
just
All right.
I will just let you watch it, and then you tell me what you think it is after you watch it. But
Okay. I'm watching that and rewatching Let It Snow with Camden Camus Bure and Alan Thicke. That's a great one. I love that. Oh, Rescue Christmas is so
Christmas is
good.
so
It
good.
is. It's really good.
is it?
Yeah.
It is good. I'm only halfway through. Don't spoil it. I want to see if they get together at the end.
Spoiler alert, they do. Um,
By the way, here I have a little info. Seth's I.W. Harper Cabernet Cask Reserve Bourbon Whiskey for
Mhm.
750 milliliter bottle is $93. That's how the 1%
Oh,
live right there, everybody. Yeah.
wow. Wow. What
I
proof
know.
is that?
I have
I
$3.
bought
I
it
have
on
$3
premise.
worth.
Yeah, premises. So,
What's the proof on that?
not
What
under
is
a
that?
premise. But,
What's the proof, Sethy? 45%.
uh, uh, yeah,
ABV
yeah.
45% is.
It's yeah. You're looking at it right there. It's,
Do a
45
shot. And
percent.
what are you drinking out of, Seth? Are you drinking out of like a
a
Cristal?
glass from the distillery itself, the Stitzel-Weller distillery. I'm living the life.
Oh,
They go
Wow.
there.
Ditzel Weller
I'm what they call in the
distillery
tourist
glasses like
industry as a
best price.
sucker. They're like, oh yes, or a mark or whatever. But
Those
yeah,
is it an etched glass, Seth? Because that's $25 for the glass as well.
which one?
The etched glass from Stitzelweller is $25 per glass. So this guy, I can't even.
It
It's
could be
so
any
fun.
glass. I mean,
Joe,
does it
he
have a shape or does it have? Yeah, I mean, does it do anything?
yeah. Well, when you
So
last time he was out, he was just buying every shirt that said like Carolina, this one. Just spending. It's a fun to watch. It's a good time.
Right?
so while we're talking about movies that you guys and TV shows you've been introduced
Oh
to,
yes,
what movie or
yes we
TV's
are.
journey should I take you guys on this season? Because I think that has been The episodes where we talk about a movie and stuff has probably been the most fun. I mean, other than the drinking,
Yeah,
because just drinking. But we can do
right.
both. I mean,
That's
why
not
not?
fun.
If we combine the
Right.
two, I'm thinking
Combine the
something
two,
amazing will happen.
add Bob to the mix, and then
Mhm.
it'll
Of
be
course.
it should be an epic night. So, what kind
I
of
So
stuff are you
think.
what?
thinking
So you're
about?
saying what
Oh, what's that?
movie?
Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So should we talk? Are there TV show Christmas episodes we should look at? Is there other Christmas movies that we should look at? Um,
Well, I know one we
what's your interest?
established or we talked about last night doing the Star Wars. It's a movie, the Star Wars Christmas movie, or
The holiday
is
Yeah.
that
special. Yes, you will be introduced
is
to
that
that.
what's the official title on that?
The Star Wars holiday special. I don't want you guys to look it up at all. I think you
Yeah,
guys need to
no,
be introduced to it when you watch it for the first time because that's the reaction I want to see. So
Okay.
it is, yeah.
got
So
it.
that will definitely be something and that's going to stream on my channel here in November. I will send you guys an invite for that. But we're gonna watch it live. I'm going to stream it from on my channel, and we'll watch that. But
I like that. That's a good idea.
I
Yeah,
think
that'd be
I
awesome.
so I think Alonzo has all the good Christmas movies introducing you to. I mean, I think we should let him do that. I like introducing you guys to the television Christmas episodes because I
Yes,
review
I
all
like
of
the
those. I review
you
all
had us
those
do
for
the
the yeah
Snoopy one. I'm sorry.
yeah.
Go on, Joe. I'm
So I
interrupting.
review all those for the Christmas Morning podcast. Every month I give them an audio podcast review. I love Christmas TV sitcom episodes. And you're right. I introduced you to the Peanuts one. We watched the Brady Bunch.
Great
But
one. Yeah.
I don't really think we watched anything else other than that. And I think there's
What other ones are there that are notable? Is there like a Three's Company Christmas at the Regal Beagle? That would be fun.
I'm sure
What they
there is a
do
Three's
some
Company
TV shows?
Christmas. Yeah.
Oh, is
We
there
could
really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's a three Christmas. I think we can. If you want me to focus, I can try to figure out a couple of sitcom episodes that we can watch, and
Okay.
go from there. If you're interested for this season.
There's there's a note
Yeah.
from an Arlem. It says Arlem taking notes on movies to grab for my wife and dad. Okay.
Yeah.
I just saw it right there. Yeah. Okay.
So
I like
yeah.
that
Very
idea.
cool.
Well, we
Arlem, any
recommend.
suggestions? Let us know. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Okay. So
we recommended Rescue by Christmas, which is what you're watching now.
yes,
And
Rescuing Christmas.
Christmas, and so I think you guys we were watching that. Obviously, the Hallmark movies that are coming out this year, those are definitely ones you guys got to catch up on. But I think there's other Christmas specials. Did you guys ever
Yes.
watch a Rankin Bass special?
We haven't covered one actually. That's a good. I mean, I've seen them
Oh,
all, but we have not covered one. I like that idea, Joe. Yeah, we kind
Yeah.
of.
I mean, there's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. There's Frosty the Snowman. There's uh, the Santa Claus.
these are your neighbors. These are people you know.
So I
Um,
think
yeah, no, I don't think
yeah.
we ever.
Yeah, so I think we
Seth,
need
have
to
you seen
introduce.
all those or no?
No, do they each have their own spinoff? I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do Do we know anyone who could do claymation of us? That would be so cool. We could do our own Christmas cousins and Christmas aficionado special claymation. We should
That
do
would
that.
be
Seth, do you still have your
that would
Gumby?
be
You used to have a little Gumby doll. Do you still have that? We could work with that.
fun. Which one?
A Gumby doll. Do you have a Gumby doll?
You guys.
That's claymation.
You guys. I knew somebody in the family that had one of those.
Yeah, strange.
Um,
Okay, I see the categories are back up. That's Joe giving us the old hook to stay
Yeah,
on
we get
track.
you move it on,
okay.
stay on track. So
That's right.
we'll figure out
Do you
some
have a
Christmas
time
TV
limit?
episodes. Yeah. Well, we're gonna keep this moving a little bit. So I think it's Chad's turn to choose a category.
Okay, my turn to choose a category. You've got to go with spike tattoo. Now, for those of you who don't know the history of the spike tattoo, we were live on air with Joe, and I brought up that Seth has a tattoo on his shoulder. Seth had no idea what character it was, just that it was a Peanuts character, thought it was a Snoopy tattoo. Showed it to Joe, live on air. Joe revealed that no, it's Snoopy's brother, Spike. Seth runs out of the room, goes, "No, let me see what's on my shoulder." It's on our YouTube channel, Christmas Cousins on YouTube, Seth Spike Reveal, whatever. It is fantastic. Anyway, check that out. So that's Spike Tattoo.
So
It's a
we all
30.
know that Seth discovered he had a Spike tattoo and not a Snoopy tattoo. If you guys were to choose a Christmas tattoo for each other, what would it be and where would it go? And then how can we make this
that's
happen?
easy. That's easy. I would get our interlocking candy cane logo
Mhm.
on Seth, right in be like Charles Manson style, right in between his eyes. Of course,
Nice.
it's the easiest question all night.
I was going to say the same one with your belly button in the circle of it, with the candy canes crossing over. Just
Aw,
when you wear a bikini.
that's sweet, and like a
Very
snowflake ear teardrop. That would be cool too. So
right.
okay,
So,
Yeah,
so how are we going to make this happen?
how are we
there's
gonna
been
make it happen?
discussion of at least one of us getting the logo tattoo or the Christmas Cousins tattoo.
I'm gonna try to make it happen. Oh, I don't know if we have enough time this trip, but Seth will get a Christmas Cousins logo. He doesn't care. He's had some bad tattoo choices in his life. What's another one?
Right. um, where should I get it? I guess that's a good question. If we want to
We'll
explore
find
that.
out. I'll find us a spot if we have time. You're only out here for a few days this next trip, so I don't know if we'll
Oh
have
no, I
time,
mean
but
where on
that
my
would be pretty
body?
awesome.
Are you? But yeah, I can't do
Oh,
it
you
up
should get it in North Carolina.
here.
Uh, yeah, where would you? Where should you get it? I don't know.
Need to contact. Oh, wait a second. Oh my. Oh,
Yep. So
official
from
Rankin
Tony,
and Bass historian.
Oh,
yes, he's actually he
okay.
wrote a
Interesting.
book. He wrote a book about that. You guys probably should consult with him and talk. He'll talk to you all
Yes.
about Rankin Bass. Like now, I love these specials. He knows
Okay.
everything. That guy knows everything about the Rankin Bass. So that should
Really? And he
be
has a
yeah.
book.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll look it up. Thank you, Tony. That's a good tip. I like that.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, I
So
see.
absolutely.
Yeah, I sure
I
can.
was
And
actually going to recommend.
thank you for writing it out. I finally know how it is pronounced, Rankin and Bass. So, I don't have to fumble over my words anymore.
I was going to
Well,
suggest that
or that at least.
we should all get a Spike tattoo. I mean, why not?
That would be apropos. Yes. Well, would Seth
Yeah.
get a second one then? Would he get a
No,
second?
no, no. He's got his. You get yours, and I'll get one too. Why not?
Okay. Where? What part? Bicep?
I would probably do probably the back my back shoulder. That
Okay.
my back is clear of tattoos so far. So
Okay. All right. So same place as Seth. We'll all get it back shoulder.
okay.
Just bad tattoos. We're all getting matching bad tattoos.
Seth, tell Joe about the tattoo that you had removed. That was a beauty.
Something on my wrist. Like the day after I got it put on, or I jumped off the balcony of our hotel or our hotel. Let's call it a hotel. Into the pool, and pools have chlorine, and it stripped the color of it. And yeah, so I was left with this really bad tattoo that I had explained for many, many years, and then
Right
they
where your
started to treat.
wristwatch would go. Right where your watch would go.
Yeah, but I wear my watch on my left wrist, so it was there for the world to see. Every interview,
With an
every
eyeball. It had an eyeball in the middle of it. It was really
I
bad.
don't know, it's something. Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
two
that
from
was
you. Do you
bad.
have any
So
bad
that's
tattoos?
bad.
Anyone out there? What's that?
I had a tattoo. I had a tattoo removed. I only had one ever, and then I decided I didn't like it. I had it removed, a trident on my inner right bicep.
Yeah.
So my wife's brother did it. So he did it. He's a tattoo artist. He did it for me for free, and then I paid $1,000 to have it removed. So it was the most expensive free tattoo in the history of tattoos. So now I'm tattoo free.
Yeah, he does good work.
Yes, he does. Joe got a new tattoo this year, a Charlie Brown Christmas tree on his leg,
I
right, Joe?
did. That's not my newest one. My newest one is a Darth Vader on my left leg. I have.
Okay.
Finally catching on to Star Wars. We've been telling you to check it out, and I'm glad you're
Thank you,
doing it.
Matt. Yes,
You're
Did
welcome.
you look it up
Bacardi
a little
Lemon.
bit last night?
Say it again.
Did you look into it at all on our suggestion?
Oh, Star Wars. I did read up on
Yeah.
it a little bit. I went out and bought this Star Wars shirt. It says season
Oh.
greeting. It says here. I'll stand up. season greetings from the Skywalkers. So it's got Darth Vader, Luke, and Leia.
There you
And then I
go.
ran out and I bought these lightsabers behind me, and then I filled my cabinet with all these action figures. So yeah, I
Wow.
took your I love Star Wars now. Thanks guys for the
That
recommendation.
fast you did
Here
that.
you
I
are.
did
Okay.
that,
It's
yeah, and I got a tattoo 6 months ago that
Oh my
just
God.
anticipation for all that. So yeah.
We have to test him on his knowledge to see like who you actually know, Joe. So like, do you
Star
know like
Wars.
Qui Gon Jinn? Do you know like underrated characters like that?
Qui Gon Jinn. Yes, I don't. I
Do you
thought
know
it was
Mon
pronounced.
Mothma?
I do who Mon Mothma is. Yes.
Okay.
Do
All
you
right.
know
What
Mary
about do you
Van
know?
Schlitzenberg?
Say that again.
Mary Van Schlitzenberg.
No,
Yeah.
no, I don't know
What
that
about
one. You guys are a lot more knowledgeable than I am. So
Savage Opress? Do you know Savage Opress?
I actually don't know who that one is.
Oh,
Oh,
he was transformed by Mother Talzin in Star Wars: The Clone Wars. I mean, get with it, Joe.
Okay, yeah, I didn't watch the Clone
yeah.
Wars, so yeah, so I didn't see
Okay.
that one. So,
Oh.
all right, Seth,
All
your turn to choose a category.
All right. Well, I feel like he's being a little neglected. So give me Taylor Haynes.
Taylor
Nice.
Haynes.
Taylor Haynes. Go
So,
Seaward.
Hallmark Christmas movies have always been part of your show, but early on, Seth offended the entire Heinies community by mispronouncing
Seth.
Tyler Hines by calling him Taylor Haynes. What was the fallout of this debacle, and have the Heinies forgiven you? And then, Seth, I'm going to have you name at least 3 Tyler Hines movies.
Oh no.
I'm not
I,
saying anything.
oh
All right.
God.
So
The
you
three
think about
wise
that.
men.
Okay, there's one.
There's one. Seth did. What was the fallout? I know at one
Oh,
point the
okay.
Heinies were at
We'll
your
just
gate
gloss
with
over that.
pitchforks and things. They were at your
There
gate with
were
lit torches.
it was relatively calm and tamed. I mean, yeah.
Taylor.
Carly knows.
Carly was a big help during that time. She was she was kind of like our conduit to the community at large, the Tyler Hines community at large.
You know
Oh
what's
no, he did
funny?
it
Not gonna
again.
get me
Oh
again.
no.
Nope, sorry. Sorry.
Did you
Not
have to like
tonight.
apologize to them and ask for their forgiveness?
Yeah, yeah. They weren't demanding like big public statements, but yeah, I had to go to a couple like Q&As and then I had to do the apology
HR.
circuit and all that stuff.
Were you
So
canceled?
you're good now. You're on good terms, Seth.
Yeah, I was not canceled. I was not
You're not
canceled.
canceled. Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
So name
Um,
you name 2 more movies and you're
Yes. Well,
officially
and actually,
yeah.
you
oh,
actually only said part of the title of that one. So you said 3 wise men, but that's not the
and a
whole title.
baby.
Okay, there we go.
Nice,
Okay.
this guy.
What are 2 other Tyler Hines movies that you watched?
Come on, Seth. We
Oh,
covered one. We covered
the
one that had
one.
Christmas and Hanukkah in it.
No, there, he wasn't in a Hanukkah movie.
No, it was
Um,
Christmas and Hanukkah in the same movie.
and you won't accept Letterkenny.
Nope.
It's a TV show.
Nope.
Um,
Hallmark movies.
But you did see another Tyler Hines movie set that wasn't Hallmark. Made sure you didn't cause a major uprising. Yes, Carly literally may have saved your life, Seth.
I
Yes.
Her
wish.
intervention.
Or did that little?
You were on the verge of being canceled.
What though? I'm thinking
Yeah.
of the one on YouTube that I watched.
That's nope. I want 3 Hallmark Christmas movies. So you've done
Oh,
one.
okay.
Can
It
I give
does
him a
say
hint?
3 Tyler Hines movies.
One that we covered. That's true, Seth. It does. It doesn't say Hallmark. It does only say Tyler Hines, Joe. So
Yeah.
you're good.
I can change it right
Seth, how
now.
about
Right. Oh, what's
no?
going on?
Seth, never
Oh,
been fill in the blank.
no,
Never
he wasn't in
been.
Never Been Christ. Was he? Was it? Yeah. Are you sure that was him? Oh, okay. Never Been Christ.
Okay.
There you go. We covered
Love
that
Lost
one.
but Not Forgotten.
It's
That's
making
a good
movies.
one. um, Kiss Me Under This Mistletoe. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I'm
I think we're gonna
terrible
have
with
to
that.
get
It,
another Carly intervention here to help you here because
seriously.
clearly,
There's so many.
oh,
I
Yeah,
don't think
and
we
you're
covered another
good.
one
Brain is
though.
just
yeah,
In
you
fairness
did.
to Seth,
Wait,
we
I watched
did.
one with you guys. We talked about it.
Oh, what? I'm trying to think which one that was now. Not. Now
All
I'm.
right. Is it,
Now I'm.
what's the
Okay.
title? Two words? One word?
Winter.
Oh, Winter and Vale. Yes, Winter and
Oh,
Vale.
right,
Okay, I was thinking
right.
Christmas movie. Yes, with Lacey Chabert.
Oh, that's right. Because I was nervous because I had an idea for a winter ski lodge movie, and I was like, oh, if they take it, but I was going to cast those two anyway. So whatever.
Carly,
Whatever.
trying to give you a
All right.
clue here. What's the
What's the
day
day
before
before Christmas?
Christmas?
I don't know. Was he in that movie?
That's not the name of the movie. She's giving you a hint.
The
It's Seth.
24th,
It's, and then say the
December
day before
24th.
Christmas.
What's
Okay,
that?
It's.
well, you got it close.
Let's
You
move
got
on.
close. We're gonna move on.
Yeah.
All right. So Chad,
Yes.
it's your turn. We did.
Okay.
We talked about the
Taylor
audience.
Hines.
There we
How
go.
about Carly? Since you're interacting, you pick the category, and I'll go for it if you'd like. That's fun, I think, to interact. Or does that take too long for the message to come through, Joe?
Well, she might be a little bit delayed, but we'll see. We can let
Okay.
her
'Cause
choose. Yeah. So we have four
otherwise, I mean,
left.
I like.
We have the origin,
I think.
potent
Yeah.
potables,
Okay.
holiday reflections, and traction.
Wow. I'm curious. I can guess what three of them are. I don't know what traction is. So since we haven't heard from Carly on it, she could pick another category later. I think let's go with the category traction.
Okay, we'll
Traction,
choose
everybody.
traction, and then we'll let
Like that.
Carly. Then whatever she chooses, we'll let her pick next. So,
Okay.
traction. So all three of us share a love for the Howard Stern radio show that we include references to the identity that only the show that only fans would identify. So when I first started listening to you guys would quickly say some references to the Stern show, and I wanted to know how listening to that show has impacted your Christmas podcast.
Wow. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I think it's definitely impacted how we broadcast because it makes us feel like we can be open and honest and not have to keep everything perfect and kind of if something goes wrong, we always say we're going to pull back the curtain and let the audience in, which is respecting your audience, respecting your audience's intelligence. So I think we always try to do that and don't try to put off like this perfect thing. If we mess something up, we own up to it. We bring it in. We make it fun part of the show. That's something they do on the Howard Stern show. They're also, whether you know the show or just know the salacious parts of the show, the actual show itself is really smart social satire, very accepting of all types of people. And that's definitely influenced, I think, both of our mindsets, which I
Okay.
like and supports, various people. Well, I started listening like 12, 13 years old. I mean, I grew up in New
Right.
Jersey. So if you grew up in New Jersey, yeah, Stern was huge. So you
Yeah, I
couldn't avoid
remember
it.
getting Butt Bongo Fiesta at like 10 or 11 years old with the 3D glasses. And yeah, I was
Yes.
just like, oh my God, like this, obviously my parents had to order it and it was like, this is awesome. And it's just like, yeah. And I think it's shaped our comedic sensibilities, I think a lot. Um,
Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
yeah, and it's
Sound
they
effects.
still on.
Sound
It's
effects.
yeah, I always looked at that, and it's yeah, it's very cool.
Great
I
question.
honestly, I thought we'd be saving this interview when we were on the Stern Show, but you'll do.
That's fine. I'm
Never
sorry
get
that
it.
I don't have his listenership or the
You'll get there. You're in your
yeah, I
infancy.
know. I'm
You'll get there. We
getting there.
all are. We
It's
all are.
and obviously if he would have called you guys, which I'm sure he would have if he knew he's on summer break though. So that's
Summer
pretty much
break.
why.
Oh,
Yeah,
right. Yes.
so when he does come back, you guys can obviously be on the show. So
I know. He has asked many times, and I said, no, we're just for the Christmas aficionado. We're loyal
Yeah.
to you. And we said no to you. We said no to 60 Minutes recently. The BBC wanted interviews. I said, no, we're with Joe.
okay.
We stand with Joe. That's it.
So
Yeah.
Carly chose potent potables, but I wanted to know if you've heard that before and you know what that means, because I didn't. I've heard it before, but I didn't know what it meant, and I had to look it up.
Potable is something you would drink, and potent would be strong. So a potent potable, a strong drink. I'm guessing this is referencing Seth's eggnog experience, and I'm going to have a potent potable myself, the Bacardi Superior, my last one.
Oh, yeah, I'll join you.
Yes.
All right,
Let's
look at you,
let's all
Seth.
take a drink. If you're watching along and you're drinking, drink with us.
Yeah.
We
And
have.
Carly, I would have had the boot, but it's packed up right now. So after I move, I'll get the boot back.
All right, salute.
Which Carly was kind enough to send it to us. Salud, everybody. Cheers. Merry Christmas.
Okay. So over
Am
the
I supposed
first
to mix
year,
this with something? This is not
you
good on its own.
no, it isn't. So over the first year, you've had sampled many different festive alcoholic beverages. What was your favorite, and what would you never try again? And then, are these shows an
Oh.
excuse to drink on the job?
Yes, yes, and yes.
Yes, yes.
Seth, what do you think?
Um, I don't know if we did it on the show, but I think I had like a peppermint milkshake. Um, I don't know. That's not necessarily like the quintessential holiday drink, probably. Um,
It is, but it's not alcoholic.
oh, right. Oh, it has to be alcohol. Let's see. Oh,
Yeah.
alcoholic. Oh. Oh, I really liked, although I made a complete ass of myself, but I really liked the 4 pack from Trader Joe's that Bob recommended that had
The
all the
Rankin Bass
Rankin
four
and
pack.
Bass
Yes.
characters on them. That I thought you guys were messing with me.
Did you like it because of the flavor or just because of the whole theme and everything?
Well, everything. The theme was great, and all 4 of the beers were fantastic. So it was like,
Right.
this is awesome.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, for me,
What?
Joe, I do have a non-alcoholic one. I want to say we did a couple Starbucks versus Dunkins, which was the fall ones and the Christmas ones, and I love doing those comparisons. And I can't wait till they come back out. I drove by Dunkin' the other
Yeah.
day. I was like, "Why don't you have the pumpkin spice already?" Because that was so fun, just sitting there like middle of the day, trying all the different ones, comparing. That was really
Yeah.
fun. That's not alcoholic. As far as alcoholic beverages go, when we did the Christmas beer tasting, there was a beer I had, and I forget which one it was, but every sip tasted like Christmas, liquid Christmas, and it was so fun. I wish I could remember,
Was
but
it the
that was what
Southern
I was looking for.
Southern
Southern
Tier?
Tier.
Yes, it was the
Yeah.
festive. It was Southern Tier's. Is it festive or is it some? I can't quite
Uh,
remember. I know it was the Southern Tier
Two
because
X, oh, two Xmas
Xmas.
Ale, I think.
Yes,
That's
two
it.
Xmas ale.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when we do these tastings and we want to do a fall tasting or a spring or a holiday or winter tasting, I want the drink. I don't care even if I like it as much. I want it to really give you that feeling. And tasting this tasted like Christmas, just like for you. I know Joe, you love the pumpkin. To you,
Hmm.
you can have it in the middle of the summer, and to you, I'm sure you feel like it's fall during that sip. That kind of sensory experience is what I'm looking for. So that was my most transcendent experience that I had. The two Xmas Ale. I want to have one right now.
I
Right
think I
now.
have one in the
I
fridge
can't
downstairs.
remember which one of you
Break
it
it
was,
open,
but
Joe.
like even making the suggestion of like putting an additive to your drink, but something like a peppermint or something like that. It's just like a little, I don't know what it is, like a little dropper of
That was
something.
Bran. That was
What's that?
Bran when we had him on. That was when we had Bran on. He said, "Take to get through the off season of Christmas, put a little peppermint in or something."
Okay. Right. I took that as LSD. So sorry. My bad.
Well, it's
That
seasonal
was a
stuff.
weird thing.
It is
Um,
seasonal.
So what was the worst? I mean, obviously the Three Floyds stuff that I was drinking was the worst. So
it comes up everywhere. I have included you. I've tried to include you in on them, but it's like it seems like every restaurant, bar, tavern, whatever around the Chicagoland area has Three Floyds. Right now, I've seen a lot of the fat. I can't remember which one it was, but yeah, they're on like every menu and all these restaurants.
Wow,
Like, oh, okay,
following you around. So,
yeah, right,
as far as the
exactly.
worst that we had, the worst for me, the worst is when they just don't taste like anything. You're doing a fall tasting and it's supposed to be pumpkin and it just tastes like a beer. So it may not be
Yeah.
bad on its own, but because of what we're going for, that's what makes it bad. So those are the worst. I don't have a specific, but yeah, I want it to taste like it. And I'm excited though because we have fall pumpkin beers coming soon before we know it. Joe, you should
Yep.
grab that too, Xmas. Drink it live on air because I want to vicariously experience it through you.
Well, maybe next time I'm on your show, I'll have it with me. I don't
Okay.
have right. I don't. It'll take me a while to go all the way downstairs in the basement to get it. So,
I don't
I'll
like
be
the cider. I don't know. I
yeah.
had a good 30, probably a good 32-year gap from last time I had it. And I was just like, oh, this is just not, I don't
Yeah.
know.
I'm not a big fan of
It-
Wait, you're
ciders either.
saying I like the ciders. They were good, but Seth, are you saying when you were like 16, you were drinking a hard cider and you were
It's
that high
probably
on
the
caffeine?
last time I had like a cider or anything like that. And it was, yeah, I was in a bar in Chicago and I ordered it.
At
And
16?
the guy gave it, what's that?
At age 16?
Yeah, Chicago, or I say Chicago had lax laws, and not necessarily lax laws, or we had ways to circumvent the laws.
So Carly
Um,
says I know
but
potent potables from SNL Jeopardy. That's exactly where I always remembered it from.
oh,
Will
nice,
No, I
yeah
nice.
know that one.
both Will Ferrell as Alex Trebek, he would always go potent potables, and that was always the
Oh, that's
category.
fun.
So yeah.
I just saw, you guys should check this out. It's not Christmas related, but real fast. Mick Jagger on SNL, and they did a skit where Mick Jagger does karaoke, but he's like an accountant and he's too nervous to do it, and somebody else is doing Sympathy for the Devil, and it is so funny. Mick Jagger plays it so well. If you like SNL, look up Mick Jagger SNL karaoke. I loved it. I thought it was really good, and Mick Jagger was awesome. But okay, so I'll have to check that SNL Jeopardy out. I didn't know that one.
Okay. Well, we have two more categories. Seth, is your turn.
Nice.
Let's go back. Let's go way back. The origin story.
So
Oh,
the
the origin.
origin.
All right.
So we kind of talked about this already, but why did you guys start the podcast? Are you guys the most famous cousins? And do you have other cousins? And how do they feel about being left out on this podcast?
Wow. Great
Uh,
questions. We have a cousins chat. We should ask them right now if they feel left out.
we do. We have
Yep.
an
So if
ongoing open chat with, yeah, some of the immediate ones.
So
But
why did
are
we
we?
start? We
What?
know that. We
yeah,
started
we
because,
already did that.
well,
Yeah.
yeah, and Seth had a very bleak daily existence at the time, so I had to do something to cheer him up. That's really the reason. But
And I appreciate it.
yeah, are we the most famous cousins? I mean, we do have one cousin in the finance world who's very big time, which I won't say his name.
Mhm.
And although I don't know if that's famous in that realm. Other than that, cousin Seth is the most famous Christmas cousin, or the most famous cousin in our family by far. I would say cousin Seth.
Mm-hmm.
You know why? Every cousin I have knows Seth, so you're very famous. Seth.
Right. Like,
And
um,
so when you start this show and you have all these other cousins and you choose
Right.
Seth as the only one on your show, I gotta imagine they're a little hurt.
They are. They are. I mean, they're vying for it. We've had cousins try to kill Seth to get on the show. We've had cousins send in audition tapes to get on. Cousins starting smear campaigns against cousin Seth, but he's
yeah.
got this seat right now. He's in the Jackie seat until he loses it. It's his to lose. So
I got the whole 23andMe whole printout report and everything like that. And I started going through everybody. I'm like, all right,
all the
start the
cousins.
family tree. I went up and then I went down. And it was
And
just,
also to say about Seth being a famous cousin, he's actually been like in a movie with Mario Lopez. I mean, I'm just sitting here in my house. So Seth is the most famous cousin.
and a commercial in New Orleans eating oysters at
That's right. Imagine,
Felix's Oyster House at 10 years old.
imagine having a cousin who's in commercials, Seth. I can't even imagine how
I
that must be
know.
so fun. And that's a wild one. So I'll give it Seth is famous. That's it. And that's the end of the story.
Okay. Well, if
You never
your
know if
cousin,
this mug is going to pop up.
That's right.
I'm always looking for another person to be on the podcast. I would love to have a Christmas cousin that is not on the show, and then we can get the gossip, all about Seth. So
Yes. Well, we did
Oh,
have Uncle David on. Remember, we did the
we
lives during the
did.
Heine time, and we had Uncle David come on in his robe. That was awesome.
yeah.
We did. I
So
forgot about
yeah.
that. You have to have your uncle on more. I mean,
Oh,
I
he
think
wants to be.
your uncle and Bob on the same show.
Right.
I got to. That's got to be seen. So think
Well, we
about
do
that.
have next week. We're recording with my brother-in-law. He's I don't know if he's ever watched a Hallmark movie either. He's like a big griller. I guess he's seen a couple, but we have him doing the very Vermont Christmas with us because he's big into
Nice.
beer and it's a brewer in that one. So we'll see how it goes. It could go really well. I don't know. I
Yeah,
think he's going to
I'm
be good.
excited
We'll see.
for
This
one.
will be interesting.
A
Yeah.
newbie. He's
Oh, you can
he's the
join us if
Hallmark
you'd
I
like.
special.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Well,
Okay.
the
So,
last category is holiday reflections. So, how has your perspective on Christmas changed now that you have started the podcast? And obviously, that really goes mostly to Chad, since you, Seth, you barely ever celebrated Christmas yet. What goals would you like to include this upcoming season? Will Seth sit on Santa's lap this year, or will Santa sit on Seth's lap?
oh, nice. Hopefully both. That would be great. So my perspective, it's not changed, it's gotten better because what the show has done is allowed me to slow down and really take in the season. Like I always would celebrate every day, try to do something, but I never sat there for an hour and compared the holiday drinks from Starbucks and Dunkin' in detail, that kind of minutia. I've never like celebrated with people who we just get to know, like you or like Carly who's watching, or the Christmas guy or Bob, all these people. So it's expanded that realm, knowing there's other people out there. And it's also, where we sit there and we go, okay, I used to go to Trader Joe's and get all the fun Christmas stuff. Then I'd bring it back. Yes, I'd share it with my family, but it's really fun to share it with an audience, get feedback. And this alone was so worth it. We got a comment earlier from the Christmas guy. And I'm just going to read his first line because we were on our big summer hiatus and he just wrote, "It's so good to hear that intro again." And that to me meant everything. Like someone was working or at home, they heard our intro music and got really excited, got a little feel of Christmas and that we were able to deliver it for them. That made me just feel wonderful. And so my perspective on Christmas is that I love it better than ever, more than ever.
Awesome. And Seth,
Yeah.
now that you've been introduced to it, and it sounds like you're going to be doing even a bigger celebration this year.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I've been thrown in the deep end. It's like, and the world is watching. It's, but no, I say it's been incredible. It's been so much fun. Yeah, it's getting me to do it. It's kept me accountable for it. So I got to show up and I got to try these things, good, bad, or otherwise. And
And
yeah,
Seth, you're a good sport. Seth is a good sport. We just kind of say, Seth, this is what we're doing. And he's like, okay, that's all. And never says no, hasn't said no to anything yet.
yeah. I mean, anything short of like, I guess, for sending me into the woods naked. Yeah, I
Hmm.
don't know.
Like
In
you
the
have that on the
DMs on
calendar in October. Yeah, but
with nothing but except my Swiss Army knife I got from my bar mitzvah.
So I think the main goal, and even Bob and I both agree, is that we have to get you sitting on Santa's lap this year. You
yes,
somehow
yes.
got out of it this past year, but I think we've got to focus on that as a goal. Um, it's got to happen.
Yeah. I think if we
Yeah.
get Nick Nex, his girlfriend, involved and she's behind this project, it will definitely happen. So I'll start working on that.
Oh, yeah, she makes things happen. Don't look too much into that. Yeah, she would. She would hold me to task. So,
All right. Well, I'll
um,
start working on that, Joe. Don't worry. Early.
Awesome.
well, I mean, let's be realistic. I mean, I don't know that any public venue or any grown man, woman, or Santa impersonator is going to let a grown man sit on their lap. I'm
Oh, they'll
rounding
do
the
it. They'll
49th
do it.
year
They'll do
coming
it
If
when
up.
it's
you get there, Seth.
if it's
What's
introduced that
that?
you never got to do it as a kid, and
Yes.
this is the first time you ever get to do it, and you're only doing it just to get a picture, they'll do it. You're
Right.
paying.
Or
You're
if
gonna
you say
pay.
you're doing it or for a podcast that's going to be recorded, it comes off as less creepy too. So
Mhm.
you could say that's your reason.
Do I approach them with video equipment and stuff? Like, don't
Yeah.
worry, it's totally cool. I'm going to put it on my podcast. Like, what is it?
Whatever works, Seth. Last time you approached him with handcuffs and things, that was weird. So do not do that,
Yeah.
Seth. Just keep it
Right.
keep it calm. Yeah, let's get it done.
Republicans.com.
And, and if the Santa says no, then you offer for him to sit on your lap, record that, and we'll see what happens. It's fine
Yeah.
too. Turnabout's fair play.
It's used as evidence.
That's
So cool. All right. Well, those were all the questions I had. We've been
Oh, I thought it
recording
was
for
round
about an
one.
hour. Yeah. Oh no.
Let's go. Lightning round.
We can do a round two later on, but I think we've been on for an hour, and I think we're
wow. That went
getting.
fast.
I've drank a lot of whiskey. I don't know if I drank enough, but it was fun. And
Yeah,
so
this was fun. It went fast.
yeah, so tell everybody. I mean, we've been talking all about your show, but what is coming up over the next couple weeks?
Well, we
Great
have,
question.
like I said, we're doing, what's that?
That's a great question. We'd all
Seth
like
has
to
no
know.
idea. We're doing next week. We're still kind of slow in the off season, so we're doing next week the review of A Very Vermont Christmas. I am moving next week too, so I'll be a little busy, but I'm trying to squeeze it in before we move. So we have that coming up. As soon as pumpkin things start hitting, we'll be jumping in with those. As soon as we get more Hallmark news that they release, we'll be jumping in with breaking news stories on that. So we'll be there. I mean, in August, they should start dropping pumpkin beers and things. If
Mm-hmm.
anybody has any other thoughts or suggestions, but we've got other. I love doing our series in the off season. My favorite Christmas ever, where we really vicariously go through and do that. That's a good one. So we're going to have more of those coming up. Those have been very popular, and we have a lot. We're going to dive into things that we haven't touched on yet with Seth. We're going to go back to things for a second time around with Seth as the new seasonal sophomore. So we've got so much. I don't know if we're going to do 5 to 7 shows again per week like last year. That was a crazy pace, but we will be doing many more per week. And I say we won't, but then Seth knows I'll be texting him at 3 a.m. Like, Seth, oh my God,
Right.
I got an idea.
I'm just like, okay, whatever, whatever.
And of course, we recorded an episode last night, so you have
Mhm.
Two, two.
yes, but you didn't
Right.
talk about it. Is it come out
I think
tomorrow?
we're doing something tomorrow. I've heard ramblings about.
Yes, that's right. We did Joe and Jerry from Totally Rad Christmas. Seth and I did the 2024 Hallmark ornament haul. So we go through Joe's haul, Jerry's haul. Seth just sits there bewildered that people are getting ornaments right now and
Right.
share some traditions. So that is airing tomorrow. That'll be out around 4 a.m. And today, if you want to listen, it's out now. The four of us, the three of us plus Jerry on the Totally Rad Christmas podcast, we go through the 1988 Hallmark Ornament Dream Book, which was really fun. The Dream Book itself was lackluster, but the conversation was fantastic.
It was.
Yeah. Did you get to? Jerry sent out the '89. Obviously, a year
Oh, you did?
later. Yeah. After you get a chance to look at it, a quick impressions. It starts off stronger than '88, but it falls off
Okay.
precipitously. So,
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So cool. Well,
I did like our idea for Grandpa's last Christmas ornament. I think that has legs. I think it would sell well, even if just as a
so too.
gag.
Yes. So,
it's some good
and
ones.
then of course, if you're watching this and you're part of my channel, then I hope you have seen the latest trope count video. It is for Christmas in Evergreen
Great one.
3. It took me a long time to get past the copyright god, so please watch it because it was I want to make it worth my time that I spent on editing that thing 50 times. So,
What's your next one coming up, Joe?
the
What is
next
your
trope
next
count?
one?
Oh, the next video.
No,
Or
the next video. Yeah.
the next
Besides
video.
this.
The next 2 videos is the next one is going to be a Christmas experience. I'm
Oh.
working on it right now. I built, and maybe I can turn my, turn it there, right there. You see that? That is the Home Alone Lego house. And
Oh, wow.
I filmed myself building it. It took me about I think 20 hours to build.
Oh my
So
God.
I have 20 hours of video footage of me building this Lego set. So I'm going to review it, talk about building it, compare the scenes from the movie to the Lego set. So I'm editing it right now. I'm hoping it'll come out next week. Hopefully,
Okay.
but again, copyright gods always like to say, no. So,
But for
I
a huge fan like me, can I get all 20 hours unedited?
I
Director's
could give
cut?
it to you if you really, really want it. Yeah,
Okay. Yes.
it's fascinating.
While I'm unpacking.
You can watch.
You're
the
not going to
cha-
know the character, but I did it from Star Wars. Yoda.
Uh-huh.
I did that one, the Lego one. It took me 11 and a half hours. I mean, it's a
Yoda.
size,
That's not
Is
like
that okay?
18 inches.
Mhm.
Inches is fine.
18
And
inches
then
is fine.
I have and then on next Thursday, there's going to be two things coming out. So one is they're doing Bramblefest this weekend,
Yes.
and they
Right.
are recording a live version of Christmas Morning Podcast where they're going to play a video of my next TV review, and I'm going to have that up on my channel the same day so you can watch it when they
Very
release
cool.
that
fun.
podcast. I won't say what it is because I think it'll be fun to just listen to when they start talking about it. And then next Thursday, I'm doing another live. And Chad, I'm not sure if you're joining us or not yet, but you're going to let us know. But I'm going to
Yes.
have John, Eric, and Bran again. We're all going to sit and talk about our favorite Christmas adjacent movies, and we are going to rank them in different categories that I haven't quite figured out yet, but we will figure that out soon. So
Joe, I'm so sorry I can't make it. I got things have come up. Oh, sorry, hold on. Was invited. Oh, F him. F him. All right. Anyway, what's that?
well,
What do you
I
get?
don't know.
That'll
If
be fun. You guys have a great time. You guys have a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
I don't know if you even know any Christmas adjacent movies.
That's a good
Um,
point.
Yeah, see, there we go. If you don't know,
Krampus.
no, that's Christmas Play.
That's a
Anyways,
Christmas adjacent
and
movie.
then,
it's a Halloween movie, isn't it?
And then
That's
the
right.
last, and then after that will be The Year in Christmas, 1985. So
Oh, it does take you a long time. I know.
I have
It's gonna be
finished.
good.
I finished all my research. I wrote the script. I recorded it. I now just have to start editing. So that takes a long
Wow.
time too. So that's kind of what's coming out over the next month or so, or on my channel. I hope if I have time to do it. I do have some cool Christmas movie locations that I hope to do before the end of the year.
that's fun.
And so that'll be
Oh.
fun. So 2 different movies and their locations. I won't say what they are because I want to make sure I get them done before I announce them. But yeah, and then I
Okay.
got a lot of I scheduled everything for the rest of the year, and hopefully we'll see some good stuff. I have enough time to edit all the stuff I want to do. So.
And you'll be appearing on our show many times.
And,
So that'll be fun too.
I know I'll be needed. So whenever you guys are ready, I will be joining you. So
Any
Awesome.
chance you're going to make it out here to Middle America while in your travels
Ooh.
for holiday or Christmas theme home?
I'm hoping because then I would have a third movie location video to put out if we do that. So
Okay.
I have to look at my calendar, but I think there might be a possibility. I'll let you know. So
All right, that'd be
at least
awesome.
You,
Yeah.
me, and Bob can get together and we can laugh at Chad.
That would be
So-
fun. That would be fun. I would like to go. It's just I looked on a map. Chicago's really far from either ocean, so it doesn't seem like it's happening anytime soon. But you're a big draw, though, Seth. So maybe
Yeah. So but
I like that Seth visits me.
So it's coming
Yeah,
up.
I'd much rather visit.
So
Oh,
all right,
let me
guys.
just plug. So next week we will be doing, I think when Seth is out, we'll pop on with an IG live. I don't know if we'll have a set time or what. We'll let you know, Joe. We'll let everybody know. It may be randomly during the day. It might be at night, maybe midnight. I don't know, Seth. We'll just figure it out. Maybe after the Slightly Stupid Dirty Heads concert. We'll see what
Yeah.
happens. That'd be
Oh,
interesting.
absolutely. All sorts of stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Sounds good.
During.
Cool.
That's going to be fun.
Got my ticket.
Thank you,
Got
Joe.
my ticket.
Oh, yes. Nice.
All
Thank you
right,
for
guys.
having us,
Well,
Joe. This is fun.
Yep. Thank you for having me, and everybody watching. Thank you for watching. I monetized this video, so we'll see how much money I get out of that. I got to pay for my trip
Billions.
to Chicago, so we'll see what
Right.
happens. So remember, I'm the Christmas aficionado, and remember, stay off the naughty list.
Wow.